Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Jamie, and this will be a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So, we're going to do it with the tea reading. That means it's not going to resonate with everyone. Just discard the reading if it is not for you. If you don't know much about tarot, it's important for public readings that you just disregard gender. So if I pull a king, a queen, an emperor, an empress, it really doesn't matter about their sex or gender. It's all about the personality that I'm describing. You'll know who we're talking about. All the information for private personal readings is in the description of the video. I'll also pin it in the comments. If you'd like to become a member, all the perks are listed. If you just hit the join button, you can see them. What the heck? Okay, so we have Guardian at the gate. I uphold my boundaries. My time, energy, and space are treasures that I protect. I care for myself and say no when I need to. I am the guardian of my life energy. We have what do you need to release? We have fight, arguments, physical fight, at war, competing, and an offer. The Seven of Cups in the reverse has the overall energy. The King of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords. At the bottom of the deck we had the Ace of Swords and the Chariot. Cancer energy. I feel like you're no longer under the illusion of somebody here. For a lot of you, this is work. Like, that's what I'm really getting here, is that, like, there's too much going on in the workplace. Like, you're not confused anymore. There's this person now. I don't feel like this is you. It feels external. Like, this could be, you know, obviously a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person. I feel like this person, they do like really dishonest shit for money, you know, and like they could also, you know, just be having other people at the job really like fight or compete over money or hours. And I feel like you're caught up in this. And right now you really are thinking about taking a different offer that you've received here because you don't, I don't know, I feel like I get like, when I see these three cards together, I feel like this is somebody who would like cook books. This is somebody who would, screw over their own employees, to make sure their ends are met or something. There's like something really weird here where there's just like some real like deception that goes on in the place. There could be like, people choosing favorites. There could be like just literal arguments over like hours and pay, and it's exhausting, it looks like it. And I could also say that sometimes maybe here it's like you're being overworked. Like sometimes the money is okay, but it's because you're working a fucking ton. And the minute that you set a boundary and you say you don't want to work that much, they start playing with your money. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting, is that like you work for somebody who's like always in their ego. They like for people to fight and compete over little, nuggets of money. It makes them feel good, and like this person can't really play with you. You already see who they are. You're not caught up in the illusion here. So I feel like for a lot of you, you are like, you have actually been offered a new job and you plan to do it. What do they need to know about, look out for, be aware of here? The Eight of Swords, the Ace of Swords, the Three of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Knight of Wands. The Two of Pentacles. The thing here is that, like, that, like, if you were to choose to do things the right way, I think, like, say that, it's like you have made up your mind that it is time to leave a job. I feel like there's inconsistencies in the pay. You feel like there's some deception, like people, like, just do really tricky, weird things. It's like basically somebody does not have integrity. Like, they don't really have morals. They kind of will just do whatever. And they kind of have everybody else eating out of the palm of their hand over this like promise of money, or just like literally little, I don't know, I just feel like it's not working for you anymore. But at the same time, for a fact that if you were to set boundaries, they would limit how much you're making. If you were to take an offer and give 2 weeks to make sure you set yourself up right, that they would play with your money. That if you were to wait to do things the right way, that this person would absolutely take advantage of it. It's not like they would respect you, I feel like somebody is coming here to confirm, like, should I give 2 weeks? No. Some jobs deserve that. I think for a lot of you that's actually kind of heartbreaking, because you've been somewhere for like a while, right? And you might want the reference from the place, but like, would they give you a good one anyway? It's like something like that, like where it's like whoever it is that you work for, like they're such a deceptive, like fucked up person, I think, that that it'd be best to just straight up leave and take the next opportunity as soon as possible without giving any notice. This is not like the type of place where, like, they, like, where, because you are integrity based and you give them 2 weeks so that they can fill the position, where they'll, like, respect you in that 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like, they would play with your money, or maybe, like, not pay you or something. It's like you've seen it actually happen with your own eyes here. But I feel like you're being asked a lot. Like, I feel like, in certain time periods, like, you're really being, like, overloaded with work. And then other times, like, your money is just funny. Like, but, like, you're seeing that, like, right now, everybody's willing and ready to, like, fight and compete for, like, hours and money. And, like, it's just not gonna, I think it looks exhausting to you, where, like, there's been a struggle, no matter what side of of this year on, it's always some kind of struggle. Either you're literally just overwhelmed with the work, or there isn't enough to go around. So, all right, what's the advice? Because this is telling you straight up, like, if you are wondering if this person, like, do you have enough of a bond with this person? Have you been there long enough that they would actually respect you in that time period? No, they would not. As soon as you tell them that, you're ready to go, it's time for games. I usually would not advise people to do that. I mean, like, you could still put in your 2 weeks, so that you have integrity, but you need to be aware of the fact that someone will, like, play with the hours or the pay or something. So in the advice, we have the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, at the bottom of the deck, Judgment. All the aces are out here. I feel like you're worried that if you take this other offer that, like, maybe it'll be even worse or you'll make even less. I don't think so. I feel like, first of all, the reason that you're really seeing this person's, like, true colors and not being, like, all caught up in their little, like, delusional fantasy that maybe some other people are caught up in is because it's time for you to move on here. I feel like, you're really being pushed to, to go a different direction. Now, whatever this new offer is here, I think it's solid and it's something that you're going to like to do, that you have to be more involved in. I feel like it's better for you emotionally, mentally, and physically. So even if the Ace of Pentacles isn't out here where it's like, some crazy offer financially, even if you were making the same, but it was in the same amount every week that it is in the stable time at your job, you know what I mean? But there's never any instability. It's always the same hours, That's a win. Doesn't have to be a ton more money, Could be the same amount of money, but the next manager treats you well and like a human being and doesn't try to, push your boundaries, essentially. No matter what, you're, like, meant to leave the situation. So, like, when the things that you're worried about are actually quite intuitive, I think, when it comes to this person, where you're afraid, that they would play with your money or play with, why won't it come to my brain right now? Play with the resume, like if you tried to use them as a... Wow. It's gone. A reference. Yeah, that's not good. This is not that type of person, It's... And intuitively you know this, that, like, they're not going to do things fair because they've never done things fair. Like, it's not who they are as a person, but, like, really, it's like that feeling is actually an inner knowing. Like, what you're worried about is honestly it. Some of you, you can't take that hit, you know what I mean? Like, say you give 2 weeks, and the first week they have you there training your replacement, you're there the whole time. So you get that week's pay, but then the following week the replacement's kind of okay, so they give you like 2 days. So now your rent's all fucked up. Not everybody's living in a situation where they don't live paycheck to paycheck, since you're not meant to live like that. It's time to move the fuck on from there. Like, you should never be put in that situation. So I feel like the main worry here is, would this person be deceptive? And yes, they would. It's not somebody that you can trust. I'm not saying not to use them as a reference. You obviously, if you worked somewhere for many years, you want to put them down. But, like, I don't feel like they're going to, like, give, like, some type of in-depth, a reference for you. I don't feel like this is somebody who would respect you in a manner like you had been their employee for years. They would only think about themselves here. So, if you are going to give 2 weeks, you know, make sure you understand that there will be some sketchy shit so that you're prepared for it. Okay. I'll see you guys soon.